We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Geis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 11 now. Off play action. Jones looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Washington 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now third down and long.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. From the gun, Marshall. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On the ground, it's Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This is Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and oh boy, that looks to be Geis, who is down on the turf. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
At the 3-yard line.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, Jones. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 1st downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The give to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall. And that is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
25-yard line.
To throw on third down, Marshall trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram,
Touchdown.
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
I sat down with my accountant and said I
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Marshall. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Operating from the gun, Marshall. And that is going to be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. Now the Giants are going to get the football back.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete.
You gonna like this?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Complete to number 1.
A big play there.
New York.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And his kick is right through.
The score, Giants 28, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st down, Marshall. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Check, 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 check.
Operating from the gun, Marshall. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Marshall. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
29 is Mike 29. Hey, watch the leg. Check, 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 check.
Operating from the gun, Marshall. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for David Moore. Incomplete.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This from 44 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The final shot before break. Jones. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Got an open man. It's Ratley. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Marshall. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Marshall. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Marshall wiggles free. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. O'Shane Ximines drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. David Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Jones now on 1st and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Jones. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now Jones, back to the air on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch the run.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
they'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And he comes back with one complete.
Jones.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's get it.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Marshall. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Jones on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down, Marshall. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Washington on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Marshall. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
throwing on first down. Marshall looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Taylor. The 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Is good. Makes the score Giants 34. Washington 24.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock with Geis pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Geis, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Jayon Brown. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chase Young in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd and 13.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Jones off the play fake. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Giants first down.
Jones now. Off play action. That is caught at the 7. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Check back 27. Check back 27.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
At the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, let's go. 555, 555. Watch the run, watch the run. Good side, baby, that's baby side. Check 99, check 99. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 65. 65. Cut 19, cut 19. Mike, 55.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Damian Rattling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. You're not ready. You're not up.
To throw again. Marshall flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Washington, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.